As a recent subscriber to your channel, I have listened to quite a few of your viewers' stories with great interest. I would like to tell you about my own experience. It was after a 3-year relationship breakup in the UK with a British woman that I was encouraged by some friends to go on holiday to Thailand as a way of forgetting my bitter breakup and experience the delights of the city of Pattaya. Upon arriving in Pattaya in the winter of 2017 with a couple of my friends for a 4-week holiday, they showed me how things worked in Pattaya, and especially everything about the nightlife. Being my first time in Thailand, I was warned by my friends, do not fall in love with a bar girl, especially in Pattaya. On my first night, I was taken to the bright lights of Walking Street and ended up in a notorious freelancer bar where the women outnumber the men by it must be at least 3-1. I was let loose in what I can only describe as a shop full of sweets and not deciding which one to pick first. Having never experienced women staring at you and giving you the come on so readily was really a strange experience. However, one of my friends came to my rescue and suggested, why not look around and just pick the prettiest one in the bar? Taking his suggestion, and after scanning around, I decided to approach what I can only describe as the most beautiful, slim, dark-skinned girl, a typical Asian-looking woman with long dark hair that covered her face and with the most gorgeous smile and full set of perfect white teeth with a diamond in her tooth that shone brightly as she smiled. After a few drinks and dancing, she came with me to my hotel room for some more drinks. Her English wasn't great, but it was okay, and we used Google Translate for the difficult words. We got on really well. After a few more drinks and some nighttime swimming in the pool, we were both exhausted. My beautiful new friend stayed with me overnight, but it was only to sleep and nothing else. As said, we were both very, very tired. Waking up in the morning to find this beautiful exotic woman lying next to me was like I had gone to heaven and woke up with an angel next to me. I know that sounds corny, but I was older than her, so I felt lucky. Anyway, I compensated her for her time, we said our goodbyes, and she left with a smile on her face. For the following week or so, we were out every night, drinking and partying. Being older, I had to admit to myself that I could not keep up at this pace and would have to slow it down a bit. So I thought the second week I would try to meet a woman that I could stay longer with and maybe do a few tourist trips with, as I still had 3 weeks left of my holiday. One of my new Thai friends introduced me to a nice-looking woman, a pretty girl who would take me out each day on the back of her motorcycle, and we enjoyed the local sights, such as temples, beaches, and we ate lots of nice meals together. I felt a little uncomfortable when out and about with this girl, as I was quite a bit older than her, which I guess is normal for Pattaya, but was strange for me. At the start of my 3rd week, I decided to meet up with my friends and revisit the freelancer bar on Walking Street that I had visited on my first night. As soon as we arrived, I noticed the drop-dead gorgeous lady that I had met and took back to my hotel on the first night in Pattaya. After an hour or so, I noticed she had not coupled up with anyone, and I watched as she seemed to ignore the attentions of other men who approached her. I approached her and apologized for the last time we had met for getting so drunk. She laughed and said it was okay. We then started to chat again, and we got on just great. Dancing and drinking, we ended up back at my hotel room for more drinks once again. I got on so much better with this girl than the girl who had been picking me up on her scooter each day, so decided to come clean and tell her that I was not going to meet her again, as I much preferred the company of this girl. I asked this gorgeous girl if she would like to remain with me for the rest of my holiday, and of course, I would compensate her for her time. I soon realized that this girl was after as much as she could get out of me when I asked her, "Do you even like me?" She said, "No, I only like your money." I asked her to leave. She kept turning up at my hotel and knocking my door. Did she think that I was some kind of an idiot? Well, I'm not. In my short time in Pattaya, I had learnt from friends how the bar girls generally take you for what they can get. One friend told me how he was with his girlfriend for over 2 years and was planning to get married. After giving her 20,000 baht to set up home, she had disappeared. Another friend told me how his girlfriend managed to get £5,000 out of him before she also disappeared. I thought I was not going to get caught out like this, famous last words, right? Nevertheless, my Thai girlfriend named Jit soon stopped asking me for extra money when I told her I did not have much money left. Jit still stayed with me for the duration of my holiday, which lasted for 4 weeks. During the 2 weeks with her, I must admit it was the best time of my life, partying, dancing, eating out and visiting local tourist sites. This lady made me feel and act young again, and I was a typical tourist, 2-week millionaire in her eyes. At the end of the 4-week holiday, I got to know her reasonably well, and I thought we became close. I said I would like to keep in touch when I got home and perhaps help her out, even though I knew she was working, if you get my meaning. Arriving back home to the UK, I kept in touch with Jit via Messenger, and we talked online live stream almost every day. Jit said she missed me and asked when I could come and see her again. Considering it was now winter 2018 in the UK and it was freezing, I made the decision to go back to Pattaya at the end of the month and meet up with Jit again, but only if she considered going back home to her village to wait for me. Jit's home was in Khon Kaen in the north of Thailand, which is in a province called Isan. As long as I paid for her journey and give her a little money to live on, she agreed to wait for me. Being sceptical, I really thought she wouldn't accept my offer. Talking to Jit almost every day while she was at home in her village took away any doubts and worries that she was working back in Pattaya. After arranging my visa for a 3-month stay, I booked my return ticket at the end of the month and asked Jit to meet me at the airport. Arriving at Bangkok mid-February 2017, I had arranged for her to meet me at my gate exit. I had waited for 3 hours at our arranged meeting point at the airport, and I thought I'd been stood up, only for Jit to arrive holding a huge bunch of flowers and the biggest smile I'd ever seen. Jit told me that she had been waiting at the wrong place. Perhaps this was because of our language barrier, so I gave her the benefit of the doubt and hoped that she had not simply come straight from Pattaya in a taxi. The following 3 months went so quickly, and we enjoyed each other's company. I had no intentions of falling in love. I just wanted a holiday girlfriend, as I had just reached my retirement age of 65. I have been married twice, and after fathering a couple of children, I felt that I had done my bit for humanity. During this holiday, we had a fantastic time in Pattaya. We also travelled north and visited Jit's parents in her village. Meeting her family and friends, it became very clear to me why some girls would want to head to the bright lights of Pattaya to earn a decent living. Her family are dirt poor and have very little. I truly felt sorry for them. Their only income comes from long hours of toil working in the paddy fields. Working in the bars was perhaps their only salvation and a glimmer of a better life, hoping they would meet their white knight in shining armour. In a way, I feel sorry for the countless thousands of women who have to work in Pattaya and in the bar business just to feed their families, and a lot of the time a young child or several children that were abandoned by the father back in the village. Perhaps it was just because of this that I decided to rescue this beautiful lady from a life of freelancing in Pattaya. I was met by many sceptical friends who all said Jit would take me for my money, and I was just one of many others who sent her money as soon as I was back in the UK, and the list goes on from all my so-called friends. All I knew is that I was very lucky to find such a caring Thai woman who was so beautiful that men turned their heads as she walked.